Hey, are you tired of playing hide and go seek with allocated Buffalo Trace products? I know I'm up to here with it. So today I have for you three great alternatives for three great but hard to find and expensive and marked up Buffalo Trace products. So let's dive right in. And let's go to the obvious one. This is Blanton Single Barrel. I think it's tasty. They pop up, but they're marked up. The prices have come down, but you're still going to pay in New York over $100 for this. And as good as they are, I think that's probably more than what it's worth, and it's really hard to find. So if you're jonesing for Blantons, here's a great alternative. Now this is John J. Bowman single barrel. Now this does not show up on every shelf, but this pops up certainly in the New York area. A lot of stores have a bottle or two of this, sitting around on the shelf. So I do see it. If you don't see it in your state, sorry, you don't have to give me all the comments that I get about this. I know that this is not available all over the place, but I find this to be more available than this, and the price is lower too. This runs $60 to $70. The thing about John J. Bowman single barrel is that it's the same distillate as Blanton's. It's distilled twice at Buffalo Trace, a third time at the John J. Bowman Distillery in Virginia. So you're getting exactly the same distillate that you get in this bottle, Difference, this is 90 proof and this is 100 proof. So maybe a more fair comparison would be an even harder to bottle to find, which is Blanton's Gold. I never see Blanton's Gold, behind, even behind the glass. I mean, in Connecticut, there was recently a barrel pick, but that was a unicorn for sure. So this comes in at 103 proof with a street price. We're looking, 225, 250. And I think you can make a really good argument that you can compare this, and this will punch every bit as much of weight as the Blanton's Gold. So that's another option here. That's John J. Bowman single barrel. Second one. So what's that you say? You're looking for rye? I got you. So this Thomas H. Handy Sazerac rye is delicious. This particular one comes in at 124.9 proof and is a super tasty Buffalo Trace product. Never see it. Not even behind the glass. I mean, these come in the paper wrapping. This is one that just, if you want it, at least in the New York area, you're going to have to go on to a secondary group or like onto an auction site to find them. You just never see them. What do you see all the time are these Jack Daniel's single barrel proof ryes. These are delicious. They come in a variety of proofs. This happens to be a hero selection. These are tough to find. You have to get these on a military base. But the standard issue stuff, that's not the hero selection. You see them on most shelves these days. There's not a dozen bottles, but you always see a couple, and these are absolutely delicious. I challenge you to taste this versus this blind and tell me which one you like better, because this one consistently beats this one in my own personal blind tastings. They're delicious, high proof, barrel proof ryes that I think are not herbal. Some herbal ryes I don't care for. Same thing with the Handy. It's got some of that rye spice, but a lot more sweetness that I prefer. And I think these Jack Daniels really just knock it out of the park. So there's another option for you. And then, now this is a big boy. So this is George T. Stagg, street price for, not this year's release, which is going to come out at Hazmat. I imagine that's going to be through the roof, over $1,000. But even previous year's selections are $700, $800 street price. Again, if you know somebody, that's a different story. But for us regular guys, that's what you're going to pay for a bottle like this. And it's delicious. 15 and a half years old. Deep, rich flavors, a lot of tannic oak. I mean, this is a heavy hitter. Having said that, you can walk into any store and get an Elijah Craig barrel proof. Now, this one happens to be the C923. This is a bit of a unicorn, but it doesn't have to be the C923. This was exceptional, but there are 3 releases a year of the Elijah Craig barrel proof, and they have a variety of proofs, but they're all barrel proof. And I think that they have, it's not the same, but I think they have that similar profile. High proof, packs a punch, lots of flavor, lots of rich tannic oak, especially obviously on this one, which was 13 years of age. And even better is that if you can find a private barrel. I have a pick coming out in the next couple of weeks, 130 proof. I'll get you more information on that. So, but that's going to sell probably in the $70 range versus this, which again is in $600, $700, $800 or more. These are delicious. Again, and if it'll definitely I think, scratch that high proof itch. So those are three that I think are really good alternatives that are, again, like the Elijah Craig's, you're going to see in almost every store. The Jack Daniel Barrel Proof Rye pop up not as much. And the John J. Bowman, again, you have to hunt around a little bit for them, but they all come in at price tags under $100, and I think that they punch every bit their weight category for those allocated Buffalo Trace products. And personally, I'm tired of it. I'm tired. I find it humiliating. I don't like to camp out. Get someplace at 5 in the morning and to hope to get a bottle, or get there 5 in the morning to get a raffle ticket to hope to get a bottle. Not interested at all. So that's just me. I don't know if you feel the same way, but us regular guys want to go in, get a nice bottle, not pay too much, and have a good drinking experience. So give those a try. If there's other things that you're looking for alternatives, drop a note in the comments, and I will be happy to make some suggestions. As always, thanks for watching.